Man, I just came home from school, man. Excited for Game 5, Rockets Thunder, right? Excited for all the playoff games that were going to be played today, but obviously they're postponed for today, and maybe later in the future, who knows? We'll get to that in a second, but the right decision was made by these NBA players to postpone the season. I think it started with the Bucks. Obviously, what happened in Wisconsin, the Bucks have no other choice but to make a change about this, you know what I mean? Or at least to take action, Props to them for doing what they did, coming out and being some leaders to lead this whole thing that's going on right now, right? Obviously, we know the Jacob Blake story by now. Everyone has heard it by now. What happened is what happened, man. Repeatedly, we're seeing this unarmed black man get shot, caught on camera, and it's being normalized. And it's not supposed to be normalized, you know what I mean? So shout out to the Bucks for doing what they did. Shout out to the Raptors and Celtics players. I'm pretty sure their game's going to be postponed too. I mean, I know their game's going to be postponed tomorrow. No doubt about that. But, guys, this is what Kyrie was saying. You know what I'm saying? And people are clowning him just because they don't like the basketball version of Kyrie Irving. This is the person version of Kyrie Irving. This is the regular citizen version of Kyrie Irving. We're not talking about what he did with the Cavs, messing up the organization, asking for a trade. We're not asking what he did. We're not talking about what he did with the Celtics and messing all the team chemistry. We're not talking about that, man. We're talking about real life stuff that actually matters in society, man. Take all that hate out your heart for Kyrie. This is what he has been saying. And y'all were disrespecting him on social media, saying that this guy's a clown. This guy just wants to mess up the NBA. Oh, Kyrie needs to shut up before the NBA gets canceled. And now it's like, oh, I support the players now. Okay. What? Obviously you don't. You know what I mean? Pick a side. Do you support the players or do you not support the players? You know what I mean? And what they do. And what their decision is. Did I completely agree with Kyrie? No, because I thought the bubble restart would help shed light on all these situations, right? I thought it'd shed light and allow these players to use their platforms to express how they feel, to express what needs to be done, to take action. You know what I mean? During them being in this bubble. And there are many benefits that come from it, So I'm really just commending the players right now that they're really making a change. They're not just talking. They're not just wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt. They don't just have Black Lives Matter on the court. They're actually doing something about this stuff. Because it's real, man. It's real, man. I was going to come out and say, before all this happened, I was even going to come out and say, like, it's crazy how all these athletes can wear Black Lives Matter t-shirts, but that's it, you know what I mean? There's nothing else added on to it, you know what I mean? They're not taking much action. They say change needs to be done, but they're not really making a change, But now that I'm seeing that they're postponing these games, coming together as one, uniting well, it's not 22 teams anymore, but all these teams done in the playoffs, reuniting, for one common goal. So what's next for the NBA, man? I can't see NBA games being played, at least for the rest of this week. I'm not going to lie. But maybe next week they come back. Maybe they come back in 2 weeks' time. Who knows? Maybe the season gets canceled altogether, But the question is, what do they do during this time period? While they're making their decision on if they want to come back to play or not. Because there's more factors to if they want to come back to play or not, The mental aspect of it. Paul George talked about it yesterday. Guys, do I love basketball? Yes. Do I want to see the Rockets win a championship? Yes. Do I want to see Russell Westbrook get a championship? Yes, I do. But when there's bigger fish to fry out here, man, you're willing to give it up. You know what I mean? I want change. I love basketball, you know, but if change comes at the expense of losing the NBA season, the NBA playoffs, no championship this year, I'm willing to support the players on that. Will it be tough? Yeah, it will be tough, you know. These playoffs have been great, you know, but it is what it is. Do I want to change? Yes, and I'm going to stick to that. And y'all should do the same too. There's a double standard out there, you know. You want players to come out and speak their mind and talk about all these injustices, social injustice, and use their platforms, right? But then if they say something a little bit too much, or they want the season to get canceled, it's okay, shut up and dribble. Okay, shut up before the season gets canceled. Oh, this guy's a disruptor. You can't have it both ways, guys. That being said, this is Jimmy from Just the Facts, and I'm signing out. Peace.